Could you please stop, Harmony? Why are you bombarding my phone like this? Don't you have anything better to do?
Hey, Brian. What's going on? Where do you think you're headed? You can't just leave me hanging like this.
Sorry, but I'll have to pass on our little meet and greet today. I totally regret wasting my time coming here. It feels like I've been scammed. Why on earth do I have to put up with this nonsense?
Wait, what's the problem? Why are you upset all of a sudden? I didn't do anything, did I? If I did, please let me know.
Why are you pretending like you have no clue what just happened? Were you spewing lies about being the daughter of some high-flying CEO? 'Cause let me tell you, it's crystal clear that you're nowhere near that league based on what I saw today.
Huh? What do you mean? I'm not sure what your definition of rich is, but my dad is indeed the CEO of a company. What does that have to do with anything?
Well, it sure doesn't seem like it. There's absolutely no way I would have married a woman like you if it weren't for the pile of cash that comes along with it. Did you honestly expect anything else? I mean, why would you even bother mentioning your dad if not to deceive me? But then we discovered that you were shamelessly lying straight to my face about your supposed elite status. Tell me, which rich CEO resides in a shabby, filthy apartment like the one I saw? Good lord, what a colossal waste of my precious time.
Filthy? Excuse me? That's my parents' house you're talking about. How could you say such a thing?
I've said what's on my mind. You need to understand that I don't have any interest in marrying some poor woman like you. Let's face it, the only thing you'd be useful for is introducing me to wealthy connections. Ha! What a joke!
You're awful.
I can't believe you actually thought you could pull it off. Did you honestly think I'd be convinced by that tiny, pathetic excuse for an apartment? Oh, hold on a second. Maybe you weren't lying about your dad being the CEO after all. Because clearly your dad heads a business that's going straight down the drain. That would certainly explain the sorry state of your house.
Whatever. I don't want to hear from you anymore. Just go home already.
Duh. Can't you figure out what I'm doing? I'm already on my way back, idiot. I suppose I'll cut you some slack for now. At least you've provided me with a comical story to share with my coworkers. But hey, here's a tip for the future. Don't try to pretend you're wealthy to a businessman of my caliber.
Let me off the hook? What exactly have I done where I need to be forgiven for? I've literally done nothing wrong, and you've just talked down on me and talked crap about my family for absolutely no reason. There's being rude, and then there's being rude and just plain wrong. Our house may be small, but my father is a successful businessman.
Oh, look at you. Lashing out now, huh? Is it because your little charade got exposed? Well, guess what? You're aiming your anger at the wrong person, moron. Ugh, that's exactly why I despise dealing with frauds like you. You're the one who tried to deceive me into believing you were something special. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but that's the truth, isn't it?
When did I ever try and scam you? Everything I told you was 100% true. My dad was even going to explain about his company in more detail today, but you ran off.
Ah, now I see why you kept dodging the specific details for so damn long. You were petrified that I'd uncover your web of lies, weren't you? You knew damn well I'd see right through your pathetic attempt to exaggerate your family's wealth.
God, can you quit harping about how small and poor my family is for a second? I really thought that the two of us were meant for each other. I thought we were a perfect match. I didn't expect you to be so judgmental and shallow.
Oh, stop trying to divert the conversation. Are you going to claim that wasn't your house either? Give me a break. I literally saw your dad stepping out of that repulsive hovel to welcome me. obviously it's your parents' house. And to add insult to injury, he was even decked out in that hideous worker's outfit. He looked like some construction worker or whatever. I'd be mortified too if he were my father.
Well, I guess this is it. I get your point loud and clear, so let's cut the crap and get straight to the point. It's time to put an end to this relationship. It's obvious that I completely misjudged you. You're not the person I thought I fell in love with.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Regret pushing you aside? Not in a million years. Oh, and if there's anything I do regret, it's ever proposing to a broke woman like you in the first place. I've wasted far too much of my precious time. I'll be on the prowl for someone who's worth a whole lot more than you ever could be. Wish me luck.
Hey, Harmony. I hope everything is okay. I know he just went home all of a sudden before we could talk. Did something come up? I hope it wasn't anything urgent.
Oh, hey, Dad. Yeah, everything is fine. You don't need to worry about it at all. Brian was saying he felt a little under the weather, that's all.
Oh, I see. Well, that's a shame, but there isn't too much we can do about that. Well, he's always welcome to come by at any point going forward. Let him know that I consider him part of the family, and I would love to spend time with him at some point.
Dad?
Is something wrong?
Sorry. I lied.
Oh, is everything okay?
I didn't want to make you feel bad or anything, so I wanted to just forget about this whole situation. But I think I need to just come out and say it. I had a bit of a conversation with him before, you see. I think it might be easier if I just send the screenshots from our text.
Him as well, huh?
Yeah. See, he was such a gentleman at first, and he seemed like a very responsible guy. But look how it ended.
So I suppose he really thought that the building that I came out of was my house, huh?
Yeah, sounds like it to me. Well, I'm glad that I didn't end up marrying him at least. I mean, I never realized he was as shallow as he ended up being. It would have been a shame to learn after it was too late.
So you brought up the whole situation about our family to him, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I thought I could trust him because of how nice he was to me. But I guess he was probably exasperating everything in his mind and built up some kind of illusion that could never hold up to reality. I have no idea what he actually expected. I suppose he was after money all along.
Look, Harmony, don't blame yourself. You did absolutely nothing wrong. He was just a pathetic man who wanted your money, and he used you throughout your entire relationship just to do that. He's absolutely vile for hurting you like that. He'd better hope he doesn't see me around in town at some point.
Look, Dad, I'm just so disappointed by all of this. Like, how low do you have to be to just look at people for their money and property? I thought I finally found a decent guy. Ugh, I'm so sorry I had to waste your time like that. I know how busy you are with everything.
Look, you don't need to apologize one bit. The only person who's in the wrong in all this is that dirtbag that was trying to take advantage of you.
I'm starting to think I don't have anything that will make a man fall for me. I mean, everyone just heard the rumors about you being some important CEO and tries to get close to me for the money. Why are all of these guys so scummy? I've never even been in a relationship with someone that just appreciates me for being me. I wonder if there's something I should change about myself. Look, I don't know. I just have a lot on my mind right now.
I'm sorry you've had so many bad experiences with guys on my account. No one should have to go through that at all, especially not someone as sweet as you. Please, don't think about yourself like that. I love you with all my heart, and you are absolutely perfect the way you are. Neither one of us are in the wrong in any of these situations. It's all the fault of these pathetic men that can't see past some dollar signs.
Yeah, I mean, even I know that. I just don't know how to stop it from happening, especially when it happens so often. It makes me just want to give up on trying to find a partner.
I think you just need to take your mind off things for a bit. Look, let's talk face to face later. I'll say it as many times as you want, but you are perfect how you are. And one day you're going to meet a guy who knows that.
Thanks, Dad. I thought of something I want to do.
What is it? If there's anything I can do to help, please let me know.
Your moral support is more than enough. But I want to try leaving this town for a bit. I want to go to a place where no one knows about me or knows that I have a father who's a rich CEO. A place where there's new opportunities to meet people who will see me for who I am. I want to see where those connections lead me.
I see. Well, if that's something that you think you'll truly benefit from, then you will have my full support. If you ever need any money to move, then you know who to contact. I'm always on your side.
Thank you. I couldn't have asked for a better dad. I guess I'll miss going to that giant house of yours, though.
It may be a big house, but it's too big just for me. The house has felt empty ever since your mom passed away. I'd almost prefer living in a smaller, cozier place at this point. Something that doesn't feel this empty. To be honest with you, I've been thinking of selling this house and settling down in somewhere smaller for a while now.
Wait, really?
It's just a thought I had. I haven't decided anything for sure yet. I just think I need a change of scenery at this point. We've both grown tired of our lives, it seems. A change of pace could really do us wonders. Right. Don't push yourself too hard. You've been through a lot. You can stay here for tonight if you'd like.
I know, I keep saying this, but I really appreciate everything you do for me, Dad.
Well, you are my daughter after all.
Ugh, I'm finally home. Jesus, do you know how long that took? I've wasted a whole day on you. You better send me the money to cover my travel expenses. Gas isn't cheap after all.
What are you on about? Why do you think I would give you money after all of what you said to me?
I drove way out of my way to go and meet your father. I did you a favor. And then I get scammed into thinking that your dad is some big deal when he is some poor construction worker. The least you could do is give me the money for the trip. And here I was, thinking that your dad's house was that giant mansion at the end of the street.
Well, that's your fault for jumping to conclusions so quickly. So, I'm guessing the marriage is off? Is that your final decision?
Do you really think I would still marry you after all of that? Look, I don't know if you're telling the truth about being the daughter of some CEO or whatever. But after seeing that, I don't think any of that matters anymore. That tiny house was enough to make me leave. My coworkers would absolutely laugh at me if I ended up marrying a woman as poor as you are. We're calling it quits, now.
Want to know something funny?
What now? You're going to lie and say that wasn't your dad?
I hate to break it to you, but that was our storage building.
Oh God. That's the best you can come up with?
My father's house really is that mansion that you saw at the end of the street.
But that was clearly a house he came out of. And it was so far away from the mansion.
Yeah, he owns that house too, which we use for storage. We just happened to catch him coming out of that house. He was going to invite you in to have a talk there, but you just rushed to conclusions and left.
So you're saying that he owns multiple houses on that street? Sounds like a very convenient explanation. That was clearly a house for 2 or 3 people.
Look, I'm just telling it to you how it is. You're free to believe whatever you want, but everything I've told you has been the truth. Anyway, I don't want to hear from you again. You completely betrayed my trust today. No amount of apologizing will be able to win it back.
Wait a second. You are being serious. You're telling me you used to live in that giant mansion,
Yes, that is where I used to live.
Okay, prove it. I'll go back over there and meet your old man in the actual mansion. If things are like you say, I'll apologize and that should sort everything out.
You really think so? You think everything can be resolved just from a simple sorry, do you? Well, I hate to break it to you, but the damage has absolutely been done at this point.
No, look. I'm saying this was all a big misunderstanding. If your family really does own that mansion, then I'll apologize for jumping to conclusions. I'm okay with continuing our engagement. Does your dad know about all this? I can always apologize to him too if you like.
He knows all about how shallow and disgusting you really are. If anything, I think he's more angry at you than I am.
Look, I'll go over to his house right now and apologize to him. Just tell him that I was feeling sick or something. That'll work, right?
Why do you assume that I'm on your side here?
Well, you kept going on and on about how much you wanted to marry me, right? How much you loved me?
Yeah, I wanted to back then. I can think of very few things that I'd like to do less at this stage, though. Think. If you were in my shoes and you just got betrayed and insulted by the person you thought you were going to marry, I guarantee you wouldn't want to see their face ever again.
That's why I'm saying I'm sorry. It was a misunderstanding. I'll do anything, so please. Look, I truly do think that small house was yours. If you were marrying someone and they were living in a puny place like that, even you'd have a few things to say, right? I'm sure you'd be saying the same things if the roles were reversed.
There you go, assuming things again. What normal person would judge their fiancé for having a small house, for God's sake? Besides, there's a time and place for that sort of thing. You could have waited until after and talked to me about it in person. Why did you try and pass it off as me trying to scam you? Why would I even do something like that?
Look, I was just shocked, okay? It was in the heat of the moment. I keep telling you, I'm fine with apologizing for all of that. I'm heading over there now.
Hey, stop messaging Harmony.
Huh?
This is her father. I'm sure you've heard of me. This is her father. I'm sure you've heard of me.
Oh.
That's right, I'm Davis Miller. Though I'm sure you already know about that as you were planning to marry my daughter just to get at our money.
No, wait! That wasn't my plan at all. I just freaked out a little when I saw that house today is all. Look, I apologize, but I truly do love your daughter, and I think we're a great match. It's just a lot of misunderstandings happened today, and I truly am sorry from the bottom of my heart.
I know all about you, by the way. Just so you know, I plan on making sure all the business owners in this city know what a gold-digging sycophant you are. So you'd probably be better off just packing up and moving somewhere else if you care about your career.
Wait a second. You're rushing into things here. If I get done over by MillerCorp, I really will have no future. You have to reconsider, please. I wasn't trying to make you my enemy, I promise.
What kind of excuse is that? Stop making an embarrassment out of yourself. You're just making the situation worse. I'll be spreading the word to your company president as well. So you better hurry up and pack all of your belongings and leave the city immediately. Do you understand?
You can't do this to me.
Do you understand?
Okay, I understand. Damn it.
Hey, sorry. My dad took over my phone for a second. Where were we? Oh, right. Don't ever contact me again.
Damn it. You're just using your dad's power against me. All you do is leave everything up to your father. Of course you would. That's all the daughter of a powerful man is good for. Relying on your father for everything. You disgust me.
Wow, you're still not done. I told you not to harass my daughter ever again. Look, Harmony is a stronger woman than you could ever imagine. Much stronger than you, for sure.
What now?
After high school, Harmony decided to move out and support herself through college without relying on me at all. She worked part-time and paid all of her own bills and everything. I didn't give her a single penny. But she went through and graduated all on her own. And after that, she got work in a field she was interested in, all on her own merits. Now do you understand? You keep implying that she was using my wealth and fame to get through life. But how do you feel now that you know the truth?
Oh, well, that's the first time I heard about that.
She was your fiancée, for God's sake. How rotten do you have to be to not even be interested in the life of the woman you are going to marry? I'm so sorry that Harmony has to deal with rodents like you just because she's related to me. She is much too good for the likes of you.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that she had to go through all of that herself. And I didn't mean to judge you both so quickly. I suppose I thought you had easy lives because of where you are today.
You seem awfully apologetic all of a sudden.
Look, I know I was in the wrong. In fact, I'm the only one that did something bad out of the three of us. I truly apologize for the issues I've caused.
Anyways, do as my daughter said and never contact her again. You know what will happen if you do.
Of course. I'll make sure not to message her going forward. I'd love to go to your house again and apologize in person, but I'll hold off on that desire and reflect on everything I've done. I'm sure you won't be able to forgive me, but I'll try my best to improve as a person going forward.
Yeah, you do that.
Hey, long time no talk. I was just wondering something. Does your dad still live in that huge mansion?
Great. What happened to not contacting me again? And no, he's not living there anymore. God, to think I'd have to deal with you again.
Don't tell me your dad sold the place. No way. Damn it. What do I do now?
Ugh, what's the problem now? I'm going to be really generous and hear what you have to say, since I'm in a good mood today. But make it quick.
After what happened with you a few months back, I ended up marrying another woman.
God, that was kick. Though I'm not surprised in the slightest.
But then it turned out to be a scam. She ended up taking all my money and leaving me. So I went over to your dad's mansion in order to get some help. And I asked nicely at the door, but no one came out. And so I just got stressed out at my life falling apart and threw a rock at the window. But I didn't think it would break. I didn't throw it that hard. And some old guy that wasn't your dad came out yelling at me.
What in the world are you doing? Are you crazy? Where are you right now?
Not there anymore. I don't want some angry old geezer chasing me.
You do realize you're screwed either way, right? There's cameras all over that property. If I were you, I'd just turn myself in before the police come drag you out, and you embarrass yourself any further.
If I turned myself in, I'd have to pay for damages and other fees though, right? I'm telling you, I barely have any money. I can't just go bankrupt because of this. I need your father's help, please.
Why should I help you out? This is all your fault anyway. Be responsible. Adults clean up their own mess.
Hey, are you sure you want to do this? I'm asking nicely and you're just going to leave me to rot? You'll definitely regret it if you do that. Hurry up and save me.
I don't think I will. Oh wait, I do have a regret. I regret ever dating you in the first place. I heard that Brian didn't end up turning himself in, but instead ran away from all of his problems as he always does. He ended up getting caught by the police, obviously. He was asked to pay up for damages as well as running from the crime scene. He did end up going bankrupt and having to take out some shady loans to keep himself afloat. And after that, he never contacted either me or my father in regards to anything again. I suppose he learned at least that one lesson. Well, maybe he did message me eventually. I don't actually know, since I blocked him. I was shocked when I saw his face on the news a few months after all of this had happened, though. Apparently, he'd gotten so angry at the woman that stole his money that he took a knife and broke into her house. I'm not entirely sure about all the details, but it seems she survived the encounter, and Brian was arrested again for much more serious offenses. I heard they both ended up getting arrested, though. I guess she really had been stealing money. Meanwhile, my dad and I both left town, and we have been enjoying a quiet life in a small seaside town. I ended up meeting a very special person who I'm thinking might be real husband material. He also seems to get along with my father, so I'm sure things will work out this time.